Hi, boys and girls. With the new season, spring, I wanted to read you another book about spring. So we're going to read a book called The Thing About Spring. The same person is the author and the illustrator of this story. The author is the person who writes the words in our story, and the illustrator is the person who draws the picture in our story. So the author and the illustrator of this story is Daniel Kirk. So let's read The Thing About Spring. The world looks a little different today, Mouse said one bright morning. It smells different too, said Bird. There are buds on the trees and new colors in the sky, and I feel warm and happy. Me too, said Mouse. Spring is finally here. Hooray! Mouse and Bird hurried to share the good news with their friends. Rabbit was in the meadow, busy with a shovel and a pail. "What are you doing, Rabbit?" Mouse called. "Saving snow while I still can," Rabbit grumbled. "We won't see any more of this until next year." "But spring is coming," Bird chirped. "Aren't you excited?" What do you think? Does Rabbit look like he's excited that spring is coming? "Excited," said Rabbit. "Ha! The thing about spring is that I won't be able to follow my friends' tracks in the snow. Then I won't be able to find them." "But now you won't be cold," said Bird. "And you won't have to look for me. I'll be right beside you." "Me too," said Mouse. "The thing about spring," said Rabbit, "is that I won't be able to make snow bunnies anymore. I won't be able to build snow forts either. You know how much fun I have doing that. And I won't be able to make snowballs to throw at my favorite targets." "But little shoots will grow out of the ground," Mouse said, "so you won't have to look far to find delicious things to eat." "The thing about spring," said Rabbit, "is that Bear is waking up." Remember, bears hibernate all winter long and they wake up in the springtime. "You know how bad he smells at the end of a long winter, and I'm sure he's going to want a hug." "Oh, Rabbit," said Bear with a yawn, "just because I'm a little stinky doesn't mean we can't share a hug." "I want a hug too," said Bird. "Me 3, said Mouse. I don't think Rabbit likes that stinky hug very much. "The thing about spring," said Rabbit, "is that it rains when you're not expecting it." "But rain brings out the flowers," said Mouse. "And the worms," said Bird. "And it makes you clean," said Bear. and ready for more hugs. The thing about spring, said Rabbit, is that when the days get longer, the nights get shorter, and I am a cranky bunny when I don't get enough sleep. But in the spring, we need more daytime because there are so many things to do, said Bird. In the spring, I love to make a loop-de-loop and race the clouds through the sky, said Bird. In the spring, I love to nibble tasty buds and dig tunnels in the soft pine needles, said Mouse. In the spring, I love to splash in the lake and dance in the sun, said Bear. Spring is wonderful. Do you think Rabbit will change his mind and start to like springtime? Let's keep reading and find out. The thing about spring, said Rabbit, is that all the animals chatter on and the racket hurts my ears. I'll try to be more quiet, whispered Bird. Me too, whispered Mouse. Me three, whispered Bear. But it's hard to not make a little noise. When spring is here, all right, Rabbit sighed. I suppose no one can stop the seasons from changing. But the thing about spring is that when I stomp around so much and the sun is so warm, it makes me really thirsty. I wonder what he'll find to drink. Me too, said Bear. I think we're all a little thirsty. Well then, said Rabbit, you should be glad I saved some snow. Look inside my pail. The thing about spring is that it is full of surprises. What did Rabbit put in her pail? She put snow in her pail. Spring is full of surprises. What do you think happened to the snow? Let's find out. It's wonderful, Bird cheeped. Now that spring is here, the snow has turned to water. It's like the winter gave us a present before it went away, said Mouse. See, the snow that was in the pail turned into water because when it gets warmer, the snow melts and turns into water. I found some cups, Rabbit said. Dip in. It will be our last taste of winter. And our first taste of spring, said Bird. Here's to spring, said Bear. I think it's going to be great. Me too, said Bird. Me three, said Mouse. And all the friends looked at Rabbit. What do you think Rabbit will say? Oh, all right, he said. Me four. Spring is here. Hooray! So Rabbit ended up really liking spring. Sometimes it's sad to see winter go, but what is something that you really love about spring? Bye-bye.